sell a product. And for all your real estate needs, contact Tech Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, your friendly real estate guide. Nagaraj Annaiah, the one-stop shop for all real estate needs. Call 408-805-4653 or log on to nagarajhomes.com. Live.
Welcome to the Real Estate Show. I am your host Nagaraj Annaiah, Bay Area Realtor, and today we have a fantastic episode lined up for everyone looking to maximize their real estate and financial gain. I'm excited to welcome Tony and Elder, the brilliant founders of the CPA Dude. They are here to share their expertise on tax strategies, financial insights, and a wealth building advice tailored for homeowners and investors alike. So get ready for a value-packed session where we break down essential strategies for success in today's market. Let's dive right in and give a warm welcome to Tony and Elder. Hello, Tony and Elder. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having us here.
Yeah, Tony and Elder, can you just give me an intro about what's all about the CPA Dude and how did you vision about starting the CPA Dude?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I'll start off with just a quick background, and I'll pass to Eldar on what we primarily strategize and do on. But yeah, CPA Dude, young firm founded in 2019. Just started up. I'm CPA. Started KPMG. Did my stints in tech. Worked at Uber, worked at DoorDash, and I was like, all right, I got to break off on my own. So really, we really just started with like, hey, just take great care of your clients. Respond fast, because that's how the tech world works, is you gotta always respond fast. And then, overall that really built up our firm name. Like the CPA Dude, the name also comes from just general personality. It's like, hey, taxes are complicated. Okay. We don't have to make it so complicated. Just we can talk in layman's terms, right? Try to understand the tax code. So now we've, exploded to 19 people. I'm based in Richmond in the East Bay, serving California, but we serve all 50 states, clients across everywhere. So that's overall where we started, where we ended. And then I'll kind of pass on Eldar on, kind of like what our bread and butter does for our clients.
Yeah. Listeners, Elder, let me give you the numbers. If somebody has a questions on the tax savings strategies, how you guys can help us out. Listeners, we are live on a Bali 92.3. You can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877-265-5992. 877-265-5992. Myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, and today I'm having a conversation with the CPA Dude, the young firm who helps out a lot of tech people around, and a lot of tech people have benefited from their advice on the tax saving strategies. Elder, go ahead.
Thank you. So unlike most firms, we don't just do your tax return. Our strongest suit is really in terms of tax planning and strategy. Our major goal is really to figure out how we can save you as much money as possible through tax planning, both in the near run and the short term. Yeah. And it just so happens that real estate is one of the best vehicles in order for you to both reduce your tax bill as well as increase your wealth.
Yeah, that's well said. I think a lot of folks around there, they're thinking about the ways to reduce their tax, right? And that also in the rightful way. Correct. So listeners, we are live on a Bali 92.3. If you have any questions on the tax and would like to know about the Bay Area Real Estate Connect, how can you basically avoid taxes on all of your real estate? How to avoid taxes on all of your real estate? Would like to know more about it? Give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877-265-5992. Myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah. I'm talking to the Tony Hung, the CPA Dude, and the Elder also from the CPA Dude. So the first foremost question for both of you is, right, with the Trump now back in office, what changes or impacts do you foresee on the real estate taxes, particularly in the Bay Area and high cost markets? Are there specific tax policies or proposals that homeowners and the investors should be watching out for?
Definitely, yeah. So I can take this one. I think one of the biggest differences that we'll probably see from a tax perspective is the repeal of the SALT cap, the state and local tax cap. Right now, for federal purposes, you're only able to deduct $10,000 of state and local tax from your federal income tax. This also includes property tax. So if you're in the Bay Area, you own a home and you work in tech, your property alone would likely put you over that $10,000 threshold, and you won't even be able to deduct your California income tax.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a change that we think will come sooner than later. Another difference we think is that bonus depreciation will likely go back up to 100%. So currently it's being phased out. It was 80% this year, 80% last year, 60% this year. And we think that Trump will likely want to keep this benefit around because it's such a strong benefit for the economy as well as real estate. So we will likely see it go back up to 100%, which will make real estate investing all the more lucrative.
Yeah, that's a lot of folks around there who wants to invest, right? Uh, how can they avoid taxes on all of our real estate? Is there a way we can do it? Before that, let me give out the numbers, listeners. If you have any questions on the real estate, or if you have any questions on the tax, and you would like to understand how you can avoid taxes on all of your real estate, because there's a lot of folks around wants to buy an investment properties and would like to understand how does it help you out, and would like to understand, you can give us a call. I'm live with Tony and Elder from the CPA Dude, and we are talking about all about the real estate and the taxes. Real estate and the taxes. You can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877-265-5992. So, Elder or Tony, how do you think we can avoid all taxes on the real estate? Is there a way we can do it?
Oh yeah, there's many ways actually. So maybe the first easiest concept to understand, and this is why real estate's so strong, is I'd say argues like one of the very few types of income where you don't get taxed. And the magic reason is because of depreciation. So with real estate, you'll have money in your bank, but you won't have to pay any of that out to the government because of depreciation. You can probably joke that, it's the eighth world wonder, like a couple other world wonders in the world, but say depreciation is that one before that is compound interest. But for depreciation, it's beautiful because it's a non-cash expense. So essentially, you don't get it right off your mortgage, but you get it right off the interest, of course, but then you get depreciation in lieu of the mortgage. So that way, that's how you can really tweak things. So you buy a property and the building value, you get it divided by 27 and a half years, and that's how much depreciation.
I think
But
we had one. Let's take one call. I think.
oh yeah.
Yeah, we just lost the call. I think listeners just missed your call. Please give us a call back. Our studio line numbers are eight. Just one second. We're just checking up the calls. You can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877-265-5992.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, feel free to pick that up.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, that's cool. The first radio call-in show I've been on. So yeah, thank you.
We just missed you, but you can give us a call back. Our studio line numbers are 877-265-5992. Yeah, hi, welcome to the Real Estate Show.
Hi, I'm calling to make a song request.
Okay. Yeah, Anjali, you can give us a call back later. We are not taking any calls. We are just talking about the real estate show right now and the tax saving strategies.
So what time can I call back to make a song request?
Yeah. Anjali, can you yeah. So what are the one of the things you said about the how to avoid the taxes, right? Like one way is basically investment in the real estate, but and one more is the depreciation. But the depreciations are like what, 27 years, or how does that really works?
Oh yeah. So the beauty of the depreciation is, it's going to default as 27 and a half years. However, you can use a tax strategy, with accelerated depreciation by using a cost segregation study. And what all these fancy mumbo jumbo terms mean is that you can speed up how much depreciation you can take by just using engineered study. So that way, instead of having the whole thing divided by 27 and a half years, you can divide it over 5 years and take up to 60% of that whole entire value. So this way you have a big timing difference, and you can shove a whole bunch of losses in that first year when you buy the property. And then that way you can save a massive amount of taxes against, if you're active, you can actually offset your W-2 income. So your active income if you can become a real estate professional status, or you can do the short-term rental loophole with an Airbnb, now you're really building wealth, because instead of paying Uncle Sam 60, 70, $80,000, now you're 60, $80,000 richer that you can go buy another property. And this is how it just snowballs and you really compound your wealth. So that's real estate is powerful in the tax code because you get these benefits even if you don't pay for it. So let's, for example, $1 million home, you drop $200,000 down on it, and then you run a cost segregation study and you go get, 500,000, I mean, that's a little high, $400,000 of depreciation against it, but you've got $400,000 benefit for only paying 200K. So you made up 200K of expenses, but it's all real and technical there. It's depreciation. So it's just the eighth world wonder here.
Wow. I think let's break it down further for the lot of new folks who's listening to it, right? Like the one great example, what you guys gave me is like 1 million property, you're putting a 20% down, like let's assume 200K. So, and if it's a construction of the building is a 500K. So you can basically write off in the next 5 years the 500K instead of 27 years.
Yeah, depending on how the cost segregation report comes out. So it is a cost segregation report. It's a third-party study that breaks down the whole house. So what they do is say, all right, you got the windows, you got the doors, you got the cabinets, you got the floors, and then put in different buckets. And once they put in different buckets, then you're able to, anything that's less than 20 years, you can run bonus depreciation on. And bonus depreciation is essentially just lighting it on fire and boom, you can take it right away. So that way you really accelerate all these expenses and you can save so much in taxes. So it's whatever the study breaks out the components of your house, that's how fast you can take it. So there's different useful lives, but by definition, a whole house is defaulted as 27 and a half years. So you need this study to accelerate it so you can break it out into different components.
Yeah, I think because in the Bay Area, as you said, it doesn't make sense when you're doing a 20% down for the investment properties because your mortgages are so high. Mortgages are so high, but the rentals are so less. Only way I think we can do it is, as you said, Airbnb, short-term rentals, and the depreciations. These are the key for the investment properties. What do you think?
Yeah, Elder?
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you. I think another key thing that would become more and more popular in the near term are ADUs and DADUs, right? Accessory dwelling units. So right now, the Bay Area is very, very dense. The demand for housing is still very, very strong. And many municipalities are allowing you to build additional units on your property. So I think as a real estate investor, you always want to check, can I build more units? If so, how many can I build? And kind of include that in your due diligence because that will really, really help you out. Because ADUs are not that expensive to build. You're paying a lot more for the land than you actually are for the structure. So in the Bay Area, I would say investing and or building ADUs and DADUs makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, listeners, myself, Bay Area Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, and I'm talking to a CPA Dude team from Tony and Elder, who are the founders of the CPA Dude. If you have any questions on the Bay Area real estate, or if you have any questions on the tax, because it's almost a tax season, is like almost just in 1.5 months this year will be done, and would like to understand how can you save your taxes, like how to avoid your taxes on altogether. One of the great input that Tony gave us, like you can reduce in your W2 income also if you plan it properly. So that's needs, basically you need to sit out with them, talk to them, what are the ways we can do it. So if you have any questions, we're still live on a Bali 92.3. You can give us a call, 877 265 5992. We'll give you how to reach out to CPA Dude later also. But right now we are live. If you have any questions, you can give us a call or 877 265 5992. So Tony, one question to you, right? Both of you is like, there's a lot of tax CPAs are there. How your firm is unique and how can you help a lot of tech people or professionals who's interested? How do you make a difference for them?
Oh, Elder, you want to go ahead? Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. So we take a very holistic approach. We're very, very much hands-on with our clients. So when we onboard a new client, we look at their prior year returns, their pay stubs, their business P&Ls, their property P&Ls. If they want to share a brokerage account with us, that would be great as well. Our goal is to really find out first the financial profile of the client and then what are their next goals in terms of life, business, as well as future wealth goals. Based on that, we build them a custom plan for the entire year. We
Okay.
will walk you through the plan and meet with you quarterly and help you implement it to make sure that all your questions are answered, everything is clear. We can talk about any life changes or business changes that you have on our quarterly calls. But this we're syncing in person multiple times to really make sure that we're on the same page throughout the entire year. We also give you support via messaging. You can log on to our CRM anytime, send us a chat about business, tax, or real estate, and we'll get back to you within 3 business days or less. We're very, very quick when it comes to client response time. Um, most of our clients that come to us will say, "Oh, my CPA is not good at doing strategy," or "My CPA is not responsive." And those are really the issues that we try and fix, is giving you clear strategy and also making sure that we respond to all of your questions and requests in a very timely manner.
Yeah, and it is not like a lot of people thinks out there like tax is like only you sit on the last end of the year, like or like and like during a March time frame, go sit one day you file the taxes. That's not the way it works out. You need, as you guys said, it's a strategy you need to be building across the year. And once you have the strategy, when you are ready to file for your taxes, you have the already all the plans and everything is implemented. Is that the way? That's a right way to go about it, right?
I would say yes. Planning needs to occur during the year. So tax planning and tax compliance are two very separate things.
Mhm.
Tax planning is done proactively throughout the year.
Mhm.
Tax returns or compliance is only done one time.
Yeah.
In order to do the compliance well and save money on the tax return, you need to plan ahead of the year. Um, to give you an example, so like I'm a big runner, right? For example, I run marathons.
Mhm.
In order for me to run marathons, I have to train throughout the year. That
Yeah.
training is me planning, right? That's me doing planning, that's me doing strategy, it's me getting ready for the main event, the big marathon or the big tax return.
Yeah. But a lot of folks around who's listening around, right? They're relying only on a W-2 income and they think, I'm not doing any business. There's no way I can reduce the taxes. There's no
Mm.
way I can reduce my W-2 income. How you guys can make a difference? Like, so what are the tips for the W-2 income people?
Oh yeah, that's a false fallacy. It's just if you're W-2,
Mhm.
not all hope is lost. I always tell folks there's three
Let's
umbrellas.
take one call.
Oh, let's go.
I think
Yeah.
we just lost it again. I think that's
Oh
fine.
shoot. Uh-huh.
This, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. No worries. So yeah, I always say you got play in three realms
Yeah,
of the tax code.
welcome to the show. We just lost it again. Please give
Okay.
the call back. Sorry, I think there's some disturbance with the call, but keep trying us. Our studio line numbers are 877-265-5992. We are talking about very important. Hello, welcome to the show. Are you guys? Hello? Are you?
Yeah, hi Nagaraj, this is Venkat.
Yeah, hi Venkat. Welcome to the
Hello.
show. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi. First of all, thanks for helping me to purchase the property recently, the investment property we're talking about. So the topic you guys are covering, both Tony and you,
Uh-huh.
right? Short-term rentals, Airbnb, etc. Right. So, I have a question to Tony on that. Do we have Tony on the line as well?
Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead
Yep,
with
yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Tony. Hi, Tony. My name is Venkat. Question on the Airbnb short-term rentals. Let's say, if I'm putting a house on Airbnb short-term rental on a high tax year and do the cost segregation and do the bonus depreciation, and let's say you figure out that, okay, it's not going to work out, it's not working, it's too much hassle, and can I switch it back to rental the next year?
Yeah, the tax answer is always it depends. If it's not working, then you just want to make sure that, taking your short-term rental loophole, you want to make sure that your hours are documented, your average stays are documented,
Right.
making sure all your paperwork's gonna be good. The main thing that you want to make sure that you're ready for is like just in case the audit happens and they don't see you running it as a short-term rental anymore. You want to make sure it's not you're not trying to like use it as a tax shelter, more or less. If it's a tax shelter, it's not good. So as long as you can prove in the second year that, hey, this is not working financially, I can't get bookings, I have to change my strategy, then you have a good facts and
Uh-huh.
circumstances to changing it towards a midterm or a long-term rental. So as long as you have the good paperwork to showcase that, you're going to be fine. However, if you purposely bought it just to do a short-term rental first year and then just turn it back into the second year, probably not a good idea because it can be seen as a tax shelter, and tax shelters are not good for for your taxes.
Right, right. No,
Yeah.
no. So my question is, let's say I can continue as short-term rental for 2 years, let's say, right? And then
Mhm.
third year, yeah, we can't spend enough time. Then we want to switch it to midterm to long-term rental. So that's all legitimate, right? I mean, you want to do it like that, right? If you want to. So I'm not only talking about the first year. At any time in the future, we should have the flexibility to switch back and forth if we want to. Is that doable?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say doable, for sure. It's just as long as your intent is
Okay.
there, to make sure that it's profitable too. So, short-term rentals are always going to make you the most amount of cash too. So it is a good way to go, but yeah, just
Right.
making sure your intent is good.
I think Venkat, I
Got it.
think
Yep.
it's
Thank you.
thank you. Thanks for
Yeah.
calling, Venkat. And I'll give you the numbers of the CPA Dude, and you can reach out to them and set up a free consultation. The great thing about the CPA Dude is they provide a free consultation. You can book an appointment and you can talk to them directly, Venkat.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you,
Thank
Nagaraj.
you,
Yeah.
Venkat. Yeah,
Thank you both.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So, yeah, so as you said in the early, right, it's a planning is very important. That's what the people miss out, the planning. And you guys meeting, the great thing about you both is you do the planning all year around. It is not like go ready, go file it. No, you guys are meeting every quarter, build a strategy. I think that is where I see a lot of folks are missing out. Building a strategy is very important. It's similar to real estate, right? You need to having a strategy when you're buying a house or even a selling a house. It doesn't matter. I think the same thing applies for even the taxes also, right, Tony?
Oh, 100%. The Ben Franklin, if you plan to fail, you're failing to plan. So if you don't plan, it's not going to look pretty. It's kind of like the same thing as visiting your doctor or your trainer, right? If you're
Yeah.
only going to see them once a year, your health is probably not optimized. But if you see a doctor 4 times a year or see your trainer 4 times a week, your health is probably a lot more optimized. Same thing goes for your taxes, health, finances. It's always the same consistent process, and you got to do it.
Yeah,
So
if you want to
you need that
become a
plan.
rich, or like if you want even having a vision of becoming a rich or to save it also, right? You should plan properly. Having a right CPAs makes a difference. Same as even the buying a houses also. Listeners, I would like to call out like on December 7th, we have a real estate connect event happening at Sunnyvale Shubham Halls. At Sunnyvale Shubham Halls, don't miss out 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Myself will be there. The CPA Dude team will be there, and even the immigration experts will be there. This show is for you guys. Don't miss out. To register for this event, go to nagarajhomes.com and use a bolly BOLLY coupon code to get a free tickets, and you can listen to this both of these experts to talk about the tax saving strategies. Tony and Elder, are you guys excited to be part of the show?
Definitely, yeah, happy to be there.
Yeah. So listeners, if you want to reach out, if somebody want to reach out to you, how they can reach out to you guys?
So if they want to reach out to us, they can reach out directly at the CPAdude.com. If
Mhm.
they go to the CPAdude.com, they can schedule a time directly with us for a free consultation. We do all of our consultations via Google Meet, so you'll get an invite to your email and to your G calendar. So feel free to book time at the CPAdude.com.
Yeah, listeners, don't miss out this. If you want to plan for it, still is a still 1.5 months, is close to 2 months is pending or this month, this year. And if you want to basically plan for your tax and how does the real estate makes a difference, book an appointment with the Elder and the Tony at the CPAdude.com. And if you want to book an appointment with me, and if you would like to understand how the real estate makes a difference for you, you're a first-time home buyer, would like to buy a house, the easy way to reach out to me is go to nagarajhomes.com and click on a WhatsApp icon and you can reach out to me. And don't miss out on this Real Estate Connect. It's a great for the first time home buyers, and you guys came on H1B and would like to understand what are the different alternatives of the H1B. Then what are the ways to save the tax? This event is all about for you guys. To register for that, also go to the nagarajhomes.com. And thanks both of you. Have a great evening.
Ray Sharma and